Hello YouTube. Thought I'd do a quick video here. The other day I posted a video and I was talking with a user on that video in the comment section. We were talking about repeater controller boards. And I said, well, hey, funny you should mention that. I've been working on one, but I have not made any videos about it. So let me explain what this is first before I get into more details. What I have here, and I kind of did a test on this. Matter of fact, I'll post that video link in the description below. I did a repeater test, a sound test, I believe, but I'll post that link in the description below. What I have here, what this will be for, this will be only for mobile radios. This will not use any computer, so there will not be any Zello. There'll be no date and time. There'll be no weather announcements. There'll be no repeater ID. Strictly hardware. You'll be able to take two mobile radios that do not have any data ports on them, no Vox, no radio modifications, and we can turn two mobile radios into repeaters. It could be GMRS radios, it could be ham radios, it could be business band radios. Whatever frequency you're licensed for, you can be able to use this. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details. I kind of explained that in the other video, but should work with 85 to 90% of the radios, because I'll have an adjustment on there right here that will compensate for the radios. But what this will do is you'll have two mobile radios. The receive radio, you plug in the speaker out, you adjust the volume about halfway on the radio. The other radio, the transmit radio, you would hook up a cable to the screw terminals here, and that would be set to the transmit frequency. Your receive radio would be set to your receive frequency, and now you have a functional repeater. Now, my thought that I came up with, of course, always that I had a function, would be, wouldn't it be kind of neat if I made the data pins available on the screw terminals for DIYers? You're probably thinking, well, what do you mean? Well, there's people out there that like to tinker with things, and I thought it'd be kind of neat function to have it, there'd be two pins on here. Now, these pins are not needed to make this repeater controller board work. These are for people who want to experiment. You don't need to do this, but if you want to experiment, there'll be two pins on here. One pin will be a receive pin that will have a voltage coming out. When the interface board is in receive mode, that receive pin will have a voltage coming out. When the interface board is in transmit mode, there will be a voltage coming out of the transmit pin or screw terminal on this interface board. And you're probably thinking, well, why would someone want that? Well, for an example, let's say you want a fan to only turn on when you're transmitting. You want a fan blowing on the transmit radio. You don't want it running all the time for whatever reason. Well, technically, you could take the transmit pin of this interface board, build a little driver circuit, have it hooked up to a relay, and anytime this board is in transmit mode, it would activate that circuit, turn on your fan, and the fan would only be used when the radio is in transmit mode, just for an example. So that's the idea behind I call them the data pins on here. One will be for receive, one will be for transmit. Now, I also thought of, and this happens. It happens to me more times than I want to admit. When you build a circuit, you have little mishaps and things you let out the smoke. Your probe slips. Oh man, oh great, I went across and I let the smoke out of that chip or whatever. So I thought about that because it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. So to solve that problem, this interface board is going to have two separate circuits. The one circuit is going to be for the repeater function only. The DIY circuit is going to be a separate circuit. So if there's a mishap, theoretically, again, I have to test this, if you knock out the DIY circuit, that should not affect the repeater controller function, and your repeater should still work. Of course, depending on how bad you knock it out, but theoretically, it should not interfere with the repeater controller function. Now, of course, I drew up a schematic. I have to test this theory. I'm going to finish building this board. If you guys are interested in something like that, post a comment down below. Maybe I'll do some videos on that, that capabilities. Maybe, well, one of the videos I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely try to destroy that circuit. I want to burn it up. And I want to burn it up to make sure the repeater controller still works. And you're probably thinking, well, okay, great. So let's say you burn it up. Then now I have a board that doesn't work. Oh, no. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the chips be in sockets so that if you burn it up, we just replace the chip and then away you go. So that is my plan. And like I said, I got to do more testing of that particular function. But I think that'd be kind of neat. Like I said, I'm going to do some more testing of it. And let me know what you think of it. If you think that's a good idea, post a comment down below. Any questions or comments, also post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.